A small mechanical device, no bigger than a typewriter, was considered so completely unbreakable that Germany trusted it with its most dangerous secrets: troop movements, submarine positions, direct orders from Hitler himself. And yet, inside a quiet English mansion, a small team of mathematicians cracked this supposedly impossible code, and in doing so may have shortened the entire war by 2 full years. This is the story of the Enigma Machine. Before we continue, if you're enjoying these deep dives into World War II history, please follow our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It genuinely helps us keep bringing you these stories, and we'd love to have you as part of this journey. Now, let's step back into the years before the war, into the origins of one of history's most consequential machines. The Enigma machine wasn't actually invented by the Nazis. It was originally developed by a German engineer named Arthur Scherbius in the years following the First World War, initially intended for commercial use, allowing businesses to send confidential messages securely. By the 1930s, Germany's military recognized the incredible potential of this device for wartime communications, and the German Army, Navy, and Air Force each adopted modified versions of the Enigma machine, using it to encode virtually all significant military communications throughout the coming war. The machine worked through a genuinely ingenious mechanical system. Inside sat several rotating wheels, called rotors, each wired internally in a complex pattern. As an operator typed a letter, electrical signals passed through these rotors, scrambling the original letter into something else entirely. What made Enigma genuinely revolutionary was that these rotors physically rotated with every single keystroke, meaning the exact same letter, typed twice in a row, would likely produce 2 completely different encoded letters, making the resulting code extraordinarily difficult to analyze using traditional methods. The machine's settings, which specific rotors were used, their starting positions, and additional wiring configurations, changed daily according to secret codebooks distributed to German operators, creating billions upon billions of possible combinations for any single message. German military commanders genuinely believed this system made their communications completely unbreakable. Even if an enemy captured a physical machine, without knowing that specific day's exact settings, any intercepted messages would remain nothing more than meaningless strings of random letters. British intelligence understood almost immediately that this confidence represented a genuinely serious problem. If Germany's military communications remained completely unreadable throughout the coming war, Britain would essentially be fighting blind, unable to anticipate enemy movements or attacks. Remarkably, some of the earliest crucial breakthroughs against Enigma actually came from Polish mathematicians during the 1930s, who had developed innovative techniques and even built early mechanical devices specifically designed to help identify the machine's daily settings. Just weeks before Germany's invasion of Poland in 1939, these Polish codebreakers shared their remarkable findings, including working replicas of the Enigma machine itself, directly with British and French intelligence officials, providing an absolutely crucial foundation for the code-breaking work that would follow. In 1939, the British government quietly purchased a large countryside estate called Bletchley Park, roughly 50 miles outside London, establishing it as the secret headquarters for Britain's growing code-breaking operation against German military communications. Behind its quiet walls, Britain gathered some of the sharpest minds in the entire country: mathematicians, linguists, chess champions, and crossword puzzle experts. Anyone whose mind worked in unusual, pattern-seeking ways suited to this unprecedented intellectual challenge. Among these brilliant recruits was a young mathematician named Alan Turing, quiet, somewhat awkward in social situations, but possessing one of the most extraordinary analytical minds Britain had ever produced, already known for groundbreaking theoretical work on machines that could think and calculate. Turing quickly realized that human beings alone, no matter how brilliant, could never test the billions of possible Enigma settings quickly enough by hand. What was genuinely needed was a machine specifically designed to rapidly test combinations far faster than any person possibly could. Working alongside fellow mathematician Gordon Welchman, Turing designed an enormous electromechanical machine called the Bombe, standing taller than a person, filled with spinning rotors and miles of wiring, specifically built to eliminate incorrect Enigma settings at incredible speed. The Bombe was noisy, complicated, and prone to frequent mechanical problems. Teams of young women, many recruited directly from universities, operated these machines around the clock, working grueling shifts through the night, carefully adjusting settings and recording results. Everyone working at Bletchley Park operated under an extraordinary level of secrecy. Workers were forbidden from discussing their jobs with anyone at all, including their own families. Many people who worked there for years never told even their spouses what they had actually done during the war. The pressure was immense. Every single day, German military settings changed, meaning codebreakers essentially had to solve an entirely new puzzle from scratch, racing against time, knowing that delayed information could genuinely mean the difference between saving lives and losing them. Slowly, painstakingly, the team began making real progress. By carefully studying patterns in German messages, common phrases, predictable greetings, weather reports sent at the same time every morning, they found small cracks in Enigma's seemingly perfect armor. These predictable patterns, called cribs by the codebreakers, gave crucial starting points. If they suspected a message contained a certain word or phrase, they could use that assumption to narrow down the Bombe's search, dramatically reducing the time needed to find each day's correct settings. By 1940, Bletchley Park achieved something genuinely extraordinary. They successfully broke German Air Force Enigma communications on a regular, reliable basis, allowing Britain to read genuine German military messages, sometimes even before German commanders in the field received them themselves. This intelligence, codenamed Ultra, became one of the most closely guarded secrets of the entire war. Only a small number of top military and political leaders knew that Britain could read Germany's communications, and protecting this secret became almost as important as the intelligence itself. Even Winston Churchill received regular briefings on ultra-intelligence, though he had to authorize its use extremely carefully. If Britain acted on this intelligence too obviously, too perfectly, German commanders might suspect their code had been broken, and Enigma's settings would immediately change. This meant British commanders sometimes had to make agonizing decisions, allowing certain attacks to happen without full preparation, simply to protect the secret of Ultra's existence, even when possessing advance warning that could have prevented British casualties. One of Ultra's most significant contributions came during the Battle of the Atlantic, where German U-boats were devastating Allied shipping convoys, carrying essential supplies across the ocean. Breaking German naval Enigma codes allowed British ships to reroute around known U-boat positions. This single achievement saved countless Allied ships and their crews, ensuring vital supplies of food, fuel, and military equipment continued reaching Britain during some of the war's most desperate years, when German submarines threatened to completely cut off the island nation. Ultra-intelligence also played a crucial role in North Africa, providing British General Bernard Montgomery with detailed knowledge of German supply lines and troop movements, contributing significantly to the pivotal Allied victory at the Second Battle of El Alamein. Perhaps most significantly, ultra-intelligence proved absolutely critical in the lead-up to D-Day, in 1944, helping confirm that Germany's elaborate deception operations had successfully convinced Hitler the main invasion would come through Calais rather than Normandy. Throughout the war, the codebreakers at Bletchley Park expanded their operations dramatically, eventually employing nearly 10,000 people working in shifts around the clock, processing thousands of intercepted messages every single day across multiple specialized departments. Despite the war ending in 1945, the work done at Bletchley Park remained an absolute secret for nearly 30 more years. The British government considered this code-breaking technology so valuable that they classified the entire operation, preventing public knowledge until the 1970s. This meant that thousands of people who had contributed enormously to winning the war, many of them brilliant young women who operated the machines around the clock, received absolutely no public recognition for decades, their extraordinary contributions hidden entirely from history. Alan Turing himself, despite his monumental contribution to the Allied victory, faced tragic persecution after the war due to his sexuality, which was illegal in Britain at the time. He was subjected to humiliating criminal prosecution and chemical treatment, and died in 1954 under still debated circumstances. It would take decades before Turing received the recognition he truly deserved. In 2013, he was granted a formal royal pardon, and today he is widely celebrated as one of the most important scientific minds of the 20th century, a founding figure of modern computer science itself. Historians now widely estimate that the code-breaking work done at Bletchley Park shortened the Second World War by approximately 2 years, potentially saving millions of lives that would otherwise have been lost in continued fighting across Europe and beyond. Thanks so much for watching. If this incredible story of quiet genius and hidden heroism surprised you, please leave a comment below, follow our Facebook page, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more untold stories from World War II. Until next time, take care.